What is list affirming and why am I going to do it? I'm going to share that with you today. Welcome, I'm Sue Haiti. This is Astro Haiti and I talk about manifestation, law of assumption, conscious awareness and creation, self-love, self-concept, everything that we need to create our best lives. And today I'm going to share again why I'm going to test out the list affirming method to get things that I want. Before I get there, I'm going to talk about affirming. What is affirming? Affirming is just intentional thinking. And not just intentionally thinking something once, but repeating that thought over and over again until it comes true, until it is something you experience in your reality, in your life. So for example, let's say that you want to affirm and create an experience with self-concept and love. I talk about self-concept and love, in this video or that video. I never know where it is. So I talk about that there and how you can identify your self-concept and love in more detail, so check that out. But let's say that you are someone that wants to experience being committed to, but that hasn't been your experience in love. So you have a self-concept that you're not committed to. You would affirm repetitively and loop it. I am always committed to. I am committed to. I am committed to. And you can do this on a routine 3 times a day, 10 minutes each or 5 minutes each time. You can do this in the morning when you wake up for 5 minutes. Right before you go to sleep, you can say, I'm committed to, I'm committed to. And you can think this or you can say it out loud. It doesn't really matter. Usually people just think the thought repetitively. And then you could also robotically affirm it, which is something that Coach Sammy Ingram, Law of Assumption coach, talks about. And that's just to loop this thought all day, every day when you're doing mindless tasks, like in the shower, brushing your teeth, washing dishes, etc. Driving. Instead of listening to music, you can affirm, I'm committed to, I'm committed to, I'm committed to. Same goes for if you want to see a specific result in your life. Let's say you are really like wanting a committed relationship. So you can choose the affirmation, I am in a loving committed relationship, and do the same thing. Loop that, think that intentionally until you see it in your life, until you experience it. So list affirming, which is what I am testing and going to share my results with all of you once I start this. I'm actually going to start it today, October 30th. List affirming is simply writing things down that you want to happen, and then you just affirm an umbrella affirmation, which is just a blanket affirmation, not specific. I got everything on my list, or I get everything on my list. The tense doesn't matter. So what's on my list? I'm not gonna get into the nitty-gritty because privacy. I think I can share 3 things on my list. The first thing is I have no back pain. I wrote on my list, no back pain. So when I say I got everything on my list, I got everything on my list, I'm gonna sit down with my list in front of me and just kind of like skim over it as I'm thinking this. I've had back pain since I had my son 8 years ago due to the epidural. I wake up with a stiff back, lower back pain off and on, almost every day. So I don't want that anymore. So it's on my list. The second thing that is on my list is that I make 10 sales. I'm making 10 sales, and the sales can come from anywhere. I'm not being very specific. I have multiple businesses. I have a book that's on Amazon, a spicy romance novel. I have a video course that I sell on Udemy, and I have some products on Etsy. And the third thing I can share is, oh yes, that a keyword is ranking on Google from my mindset newsletter. I have 3-4 other things on there that I won't share because they're personal, but I am going to, starting today, October 30th, affirm, I got everything on my list. I got everything on my list. I got everything on my list. And I'm going to intend to do this 3 times a day, 5 minutes each time. I'm gonna sit down, I'm gonna close my eyes, I'm gonna meditate. Sometimes I listen to like meditation music, or sometimes I watch on YouTube like a kaleidoscope meditation video to get me to really zone in and focus on the words and not get distracted with other conscious thoughts, right? And I will share my results with all of you. If you want to join me, let me know in comments that you're going to join me with list affirming. Just test it. I think it's just fun. Write down like 3 to 5 things that you want to experience. And if you don't really believe in this, start with something really small, like I see a red dog, or I got a call from so-and-so. Just try it, test it with me, and let me know in comments if you're gonna test it. And then you can say again, I got everything on my list. I get everything on my list. Create your routine that feels comfortable for you. You can affirm it all day if you want. You can't do this wrong. So I will come back in 3 weeks and share the results. We'll see what happens. Let me know if you're joining, and share your results with me as they come in, because I think we're gonna get everything on our list. I'll see you next time.